Well, also tonight, our legal eagles are going to hone in on a fiery case involving cheerleaders, Jesus, and the Texas State Supreme Court. A high school squad is appealing a ruling banning them from showing Bible verses on their banners during school sporting events. But will their battle over the Bible convince the court? Let's bring in attorneys Bill Frumpkin and Paul Millus, both joining me here on set tonight. But what do you make? I mean, you know, they've already been struck down once. I mean, but isn't this religious freedom?
That's the thing. You see, when it comes down to the Freedom from Religion Foundation, they only see one thing. It's all black and white to them. In a world of grays, it is anytime the state is involved, any state actor with anything of a religion, it's a violation of the Establishment Clause. It is simply not true. Recently, the Supreme Court, this summer, decided that the town of Greece can open up its meetings with a prayer. It's a matter of tradition, and as long as there's no coercion, and that's the key, Cheryl, that's the key. As long as there's no coercion in trying to impose the religion on anyone else, sure, that's the test that needs to be determined here, and I think it's going to be determined in favor of the cheerleaders.
Bill, do you think that this is...
It just doesn't promote a particular religion, and it's a matter of tradition, too. In this school district, as with other school districts, they start a prayer before the game. They put up placards. As long as they're not promoting it and saying, you must follow this religion, they're simply exercising their right of free speech. They have a right to do that. But the Freedom from Religion Foundation doesn't recognize that aspect of it. They don't care. As long as there's anything associated with religion on these placards, they don't want it. They are wrong.
Wait, there's one other story I want to ask you guys about, or one other case. Excuse me. Yesterday, there was a federal judge. This happened in New Mexico, in a city there, to remove a monument inscribed with the Ten Commandments from the lawn in front of City Hall. City Hall, okay? I mean, I don't know, Paul, what do you make of this?
The Supreme Court has already spoken on this issue. If you're dealing with something that's simply promoting the laws, because remember, the Ten Commandments were laws. They're not necessarily religious laws. They're laws that we have in the books today that are secular in nature. The Supreme Court has said as long as that's tradition, that is fine. Now, if it's promoting a religion in different situations, then you might have a problem. There are some facts that need to be looked at in that case, but I think in this situation, it's simply a matter of tradition and demonstrating the existence of law.
Well, most of it
makes a reference to the Ten Commandments. Many court buildings make reference to the Ten Commandments because they're a body of laws. If it's good enough for the Supreme Court, it's good enough for that courthouse.
Well, it's the New Testament, the Old Testament. We can go on forever on that one. I don't know where that would end up.
I got to catch up on my weekend reading, it sounds like. All right, Paul, Bill, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.